Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. So yesterday, while yesterday's video was rendering, I got a follow on Twitter as well as a very interesting tweet from that follower. So I thought I'd give a little bit of a shout out and share something with you that I found interesting and they found interesting, and therefore it makes for an interesting video, and the timing was perfect, and I will go into that in detail in just a few minutes. So without further ado, let me share this with you. First of all, shout out to Steve Fan, who says, "Hi man, first of all, I want to say that I enjoyed your video. You have good potential. Thank you very much. I also wanted to share some tweet from an Infinity Ward developers that may be interesting." So I look at the tweet. It's snipped, and it's pretty much everything that we need to know is pretty much in this. Obviously, we got Joel Emsley, who is an Infinity Ward art director, and he basically says, "Projects like this are why I love my job. I've seen things here at the studio that give me goosebumps and send me running back to my desk to keep creating. This isn't going to be good. It's going to be extraordinary. Can't wait for the day when I can hear what you think. So much, and if you look at the right, so much developer firepower here at Infinity Ward, so much talent. Next game will be insane. We're working hard on making 2019 very special." So now, obviously, it's very easy for a developer to kind of hype their game and say things like this. But first of all, I wanted to say that I very much 100% feel that this is absolutely legit, and I'm not faking it. I think this is 100 legit in terms of not the tweet itself, because obviously the tweet is real. But I'm talking about like in the way the man feels, because first of all, we're still very much early in the Black Ops 4 life cycle, and these guys are usually supposed to stay 100% tight-lipped about their project or what they're working on or whatnot. But this guy basically expressed excitement. Now, that is one thing that has me excited, because as you guys know, positive vibes in life are pretty much about everything, and it spreads. And it's a good thing, and it really makes everything better. Like, if you've got positive vibes going on, everything around you and everything that you do improves, gets better. So therefore, if you apply that kind of mindset and that reality, and if you apply that fact to their game, and if they're that hyped about it, it's only going to make their game better, because they're going to perform even better as developers, and they will just attack the game relentlessly to give us something that we as the Call of Duty community truly deserve. And I really mean that. Like, I know that there are toxic members of the community and everything like that, and yeah, fuck them. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about basically, like, seriously, we as a community, basically, like, we stay as we deal with this, with games bullshit, as much as we possibly can. Like, we put up with a lot of bullshit, and on top of that, we pay for the game year after year. And no matter which part of the community that you are, basically, we've endured quite a lot, and yet a lot of us still support this. Granted, there are a lot of us that have left, but we still support this. So it's very easy to say that we certainly deserve a good title that pretty much appeases a vast majority of the community, because usually we're split like 50-50, sometimes we're split 70-30, sometimes we're split 60-40. It really just depends. But the thing is, the one thing that I'm ecstatic about in terms of Infinity Ward, as of the last, like from the last title in Infinite Warfare with this, I mean, if you think about it though, if you read between the lines, they're very pub friendly. They're very friendly to the casual community, which is the meat and potatoes of the community. I don't care who you are, and I don't care what kind of form of Call of Duty you play, whether you're a competitive player or whatnot. The meat and potatoes of the community is the casual community, and they've always been pretty friendly to the community. Granted, they've made mistakes on what they think the community wants, like in COD Ghosts or whatnot, but even with that, there were still a few things to like about the game. And I've said this previously, and I'll say it again. If there were a couple of differences here and there, just a couple of differences, like 2 or 3, COD Ghosts could have been even better than Black Ops 2. And I've said that before, and I stick by what I said. And if you disagree, then, well, just disagree respectfully, because the thing is that, I mean, they were just a few differences away from that game being damn near perfect. But anyway, going back to what I said, what I've been talking about, the positive vibes are everything, and that relates to even my channel. We're as of making this video and recording, we are 2 subscribers away from 900. And a lot of the reason behind that is because of the positive vibes. And why do you say? Well, first of all, you guys have been, for the most part, you guys have been absolutely positive in the comments section, which I am very, very thankful for, and it just puts a smile on my face every day. And at the same time, I haven't missed an upload in a while, and on top of that, I've even double uploaded a few days as well out of the week. So the thing is that positive vibes are what's making that happen, and therefore it is making my channel better. Not just for me, but for you as the viewer as well. So if you think about it, positive vibes really will make Modern Warfare 4 or COD 2019 or whatever it's going to call that much better. Because these devs, I don't know exactly what goes on sometimes. I don't know if it's, for whatever reason, sometimes there's cut and paste. I mean, I'll be respectful towards Treyarch for now at least, and say that probably their idea of making the game more like Overwatch is what bit them in the ass, and which is why Black Ops 4 right now is there's a lot of cut and paste with that game that we can obviously see and we can tell. So they tried to do something ambitious, but it was so off base that they had to basically backtrack, and they had very little time in order to produce what we have now. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, because again, with Black Ops 3, you know, that game was really, really good, for instance. So, but and as well as the previous two games. So that's the reason why I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, because at the same time I've ranted about this game, but at the same time there's got to be a positive. We got to look at it from both sides. But the thing is this, with Modern Warfare 4, at the same time, you got to realize that when a developer is that excited, I mean, granted, I pray they don't get shut down. As a matter of fact, they probably would have been shut down in terms of their ideas by now. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be shut down in terms of what they want to do in the first place. And I personally don't think that they were going to, if they were going to do something, they definitely weren't going to stray. And another thing that I'm thinking is, I respect the Blackout community and I respect the Battle Royale genre, even though even though Fortnite to me personally is a little bit annoying, but the thing is, for the most part, you got to respect what these guys are doing and the amount of passion they have for their game and what they do to try to appease their fans. So you got to respect it, and at the same time, I just hope that all this hype that this tweet was about wasn't projected towards their version of Battle Royale. I'm sure there's a chunk of it that was, no doubt about it, but at the same time, the multiplayer in Call of Duty is basically what started it all. And we know we're getting a campaign, so the campaign community should be very, very happy about that. We don't know what the third game mode is going to be. So actually, no, there may not. Actually, that is 3 game modes. Actually, that's campaign, it's multiplayer, and it's Blackout. So that raises another question: is there going to be a 4th game mode? Are they going to put their interpretation of zombies into it, or are they going to do Spec Ops? Because with Modern Warfare, there was Spec Ops, so I hope they have an interesting way of doing Spec Ops if they decide to replace zombies with Spec Ops, but we'll see. We'll see. That's an interesting question. So you guys can let me know down in the comment section for those of you that have made it this far into the video. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for this one. Thank you very much for all the support. My goodness, today will probably be the day we make it to 900, and I thank you very much for that. And one more question before I leave you, and that is, at this rate, is it possible to get to 1,000 before the new year? Anyway, that's all I got for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary, and if you did, let me know, and if you didn't, let me know what I could do to make my videos better, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.